You hear about people making it in real estate all the time, but you've been intimidated. You've psyched yourself out for no reason. This is Red Mike. To be a pro, you need to hear from the pros. And here they are, Damon Williamson and Trey Stewart.
This is the 1-year anniversary of the Red Mike podcast. And I was actually just looking at two people to my left and talking about our first little podcast that we did in our conference room, and it was terrible. It's just gotten exponentially better, right, Josh?
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's dive into that first.
Hold on a second. Let me introduce a few of the...
all right.
Trey, I know you're so excited about your little cue cards. And
Yeah? No. He didn't invite me to the first one. Thank you for bringing that up.
We've got Grecia Graza next to me on my left.
Hello, everyone.
GG for short. And this is actually your first time on the podcast, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Welcome.
finally invited.
I've got,
What did I do to get
well,
the invitation?
this was
No better time to
we made an
celebrate.
exception on this one, GG. Just kidding. We'll get you on a full one next. I got Cameron Ruschhaupt, which is actually, and Eddie Wilbanks, which are both probably number 2 and number 3, or number 1 and number 3, or something like that, coming over to us. So welcome back to the podcast, guys, and thank you so much for being here as long as you know. And then I have my rusty sidekick over here,
Rusty and trusty.
Trey Stewart. So welcome everyone to the 1-year anniversary podcast, and we're going to be filtering people in and out. All right, Trey, take it away. I know you
Damon,
want that.
I've never asked you this, and since they run your first podcast, where did you get the idea to start the Red Mike podcast? What was the inspiration?
I listened to a bunch of podcasts, and I like the idea of listening to myself talk. So
Thank you for your honesty.
And he's not joking.
I honestly like. So, do you remember when we were in forum? Well, you weren't in forum, were you?
No.
No. Okay, you were.
I
Do you
was.
remember in forum when they said that one of the best things that a real estate company / whatever can do right now to entertain business was podcasting, right?
Yes.
So that was I knew that this was, I didn't knew it was coming. I was interested in making something like that happen. So for us, because we're on a broker level and I can have all the guests that I want anytime because we have tons of talented people and agents in this room, that we can do this and it's fun. And people, I don't even care if we have, 10 people listen to it. It's just fun for us to do it because it is on a broker level. More people want to hear about real estate, and we have exponential amount of personalities.
I love it.
So Cameron's like one of the most dull personalities. Then you have Eddie that has a gigantic personality. So like that's why I paired these two right next to each other.
Dull.
Okay, before we get too deep, Damon and I, for this little birthday series, we have a secret drinking game that we're playing amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
And anytime any of our guests say a certain word, which Damon, we are not going to tell our guests what that word is, we have to take a sip of our drink.
Right.
You know what it is?
Escrow.
Oh,
No, definitely
No.
not escrow.
Didn't give me an air.
Red Mike.
Poor Gigi over there with just water. That's not vodka, people.
Yeah.
Or is it?
I'm also pregnant and doing dry January.
Yeah, dry January for Eddie, so he's got coffee only. But we're all having espresso martinis from the office machine.
Yep.
So
So, David, of this group, Cameron was the first agent. Were you the first agent, period?
I know he is at least one of the first people that interviewed
the
with
first
us.
one
I
that
don't know
came
if he signed his ICA first. I cannot remember. But if he wasn't 1, he was 1 or 2 or 3 or something like that.
Austin
Oh yeah, Austin did. Yeah, Austin came over because he was on the team with me, so he was probably officially one of the first. Yeah.
So, Cameron, do you regret it? Have you enjoyed your time here?
Loved every so much for that, Trey. That's a great question. Everybody's gonna answer that.
Well, just,
today.
doing some employee reviews.
Yeah, Cameron.
Blink twice.
Seemed like a good time,
Twice.
Okay, so Eddie came over from a place that we do not mention, and he's been a great asset for us. Like, really been happy having you here. And he's actually running our land and ranch. And at the time when you did the first podcast, you weren't doing anything on the ranch side of things for us, but now you're the land and ranch guy for us. Yep. Yeah. So now you're like a manager technically, with no authority.
Can we talk salary?
This is a good time to do that.
Yeah. Start the negotiations.
Super excited.
Yeah. So then, so that aspect of it has been great because you've got like a lot of the agents at the office that are reaching out to you and, talking about that. But you have your entire career selling land and ranches, basically.
It's getting there.
Yeah. It is getting there. And thank you so much for being so lively today, Eddie.
Should we up in bed or?
Give us a little content, Eddie. Yeah, he'll cut this later.
So I remember when I joined the agency, my husband got on the website and he was like, Gigi's at the agency? And I was like, you know Gigi? And he was like, everyone knows Gigi. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
you have a reputation. Everyone knows Gigi.
Do
In a very good way.
Yeah, and if you ever say Grecia, they don't know who you're talking about.
That is true. Yeah. I had a rebranding in 2014. Who's your husband?
He's never bought a house except for with me, so I don't know how, but he like knew of Gigi, and he was like, "Gigi's fabulous," and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, she's getting
Okay.
presents for sure.
And I was like, "Gigi's fabulous."
Yeah.
I would love to
Yeah.
know your husband. It's probably well, obviously he's gay. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Obviously.
Well, obviously he's your husband.
Yeah, I think he's gay.
That makes sense. Yeah. I do know many gays in Dallas. Yes.
I knew of you before,
I did too. Yeah.
and
Gigi was one of the ones that we really wanted to come over. She's friends with Melissa, and
Yeah.
Melissa was like, "I'm gonna bring Gigi in," and we're like, "We're gonna get Gigi."
Here's a true story. So the agency was going to come to Dallas in like 2015 or 16. No, 17
With Melissa.
with Melissa. And there's a guy named like PJ or something. What was his name?
I don't. Oh, yes. He actually came and visited our office. I have a picture with him up here. But he's from the Housewives show from a long time ago, right? That was. He's from the Beverly Hills office.
Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Jonathan.
They call him PJ. No, is it PJ or JR? JR. Never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I remember this guy walked into one of my open houses I had in Highland Park, and he's like, "Oh, we're bringing in the agency." And I was like, "Oh my God, this is my time," you know? He's like, "I'll keep you posted." And then Compass opened, and then I never heard of the agency again. And I was like, well, dang it. And so then when Melissa told me, I was like, this is my shot.
Yeah, the Compass office, when it came in, well, we can cut this later. It's probably too much. We don't really need to give them any press on this. But they did. I think they did destroy quite a few small brokerages when they came over because of just, here's $100 million. Go get some agents. But yeah, Gigi, no, we're happy to have you. And you brought over an amazing team, which we're going to have them on here today as well. And you are pregnant, in case anybody is not seeing this.
Very pregnant.
Which you have a due date coming in the next
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Ooh.
And everybody's going to have bets put on the board of when Gigi comes back to work, because she says 1 week.
I'm going to say 4 days.
No way. Really?
I think so.
1 week.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, obviously I've got my team that's going to help me, but I feel like I'm going to go crazy at the house. I've been crazy for a day and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Newborns.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Do we get a crib in the office?
We do.
Because we need one.
I think Samantha can bring her daughter up here.
I'm going to
or
bring
son
the
up here.
snoo up here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just leave it.
You know what you could do is just bring Mikhail and have him sit with the baby all day too.
Perfect. A Manny.
Last week at some point we had a dog and a baby, and I was like, this office can't get any better.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
It really livens up the place, you know?
Well, Allie, did you bring your dog today? Okay.
Big loss.
Sorry.
Oh.
Thought that would have been a good guest, Allie, by the way. We have a good audience in the back.
So we all know you, but we want to play a little game to see how well you know the Williamsons. So this is a little game that we like to call Welcomed by the Williamsons.
Okay.
Is there any
No, like
prize
graphic
for
for
this?
that? No, we're not doing that. Okay. All right, Damon, question number 1. Ask question number 1. Yeah.
I'm like, how well do I know myself?
But now you know me. Name all 3 of our kids' names, I guess.
Yep.
Birdie,
Mm-hmm.
Nash,
Hopper.
and Hopper.
Yeah. Good
Birdie,
job, everyone. Good
Nash,
job.
and Hopper.
Eddie wins this round.
All right, I'm going to give question number 2 to Cameron. When is Damon's birthday?
Supposed to be my best friend. Doesn't know a lot. He doesn't
June
know a lot.
10th.
Yeah, June 10th. Yeah, good job.
Oh.
No, it's not.
Oh my gosh. Are
Well,
you
that went
June
really
9th?
well.
Nope, it's this month, actually.
Oh.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, and I'm turning 38. Oh, to be 38 again.
When is
it?
Oh, the 24th.
29th.
29th.
Yeah.
The day after Collins' birthday. my
That's
daughter's
right.
birthday.
I remember we
knew
talked
that.
about
I
that.
know
See,
that.
that's
You did.
That's how I knew.
I knew that. I knew it was
really my
either my
good friend.
wife's. I thought it was a month before my wife's birthday, but no, it was the day after my daughter's.
All right, Eddie, how did Megan and Damon meet?
It was that one night in Mexico.
Yeah,
I
it was
high
about
school?
20 tequila shots deep, and I said, "Hey, baby."
high school.
Said, I know this one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead, Cam. Take
It
it
was,
away.
they met at a gas station.
What?
True story.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Explain.
He was on his way to a party, and she was on her way to a different party.
It's correct.
And she was on her way to church.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. She was on the other side of a pump, and I had a friend in the car with me, and she had a friend in the car with her, and we were like, "Where are y'all going?" And they were like, "To this party. Like, leave us alone."
What?
When Kid Rock and show.
Exactly.
Is it really something like that? No, it's true. It's a true story.
I don't know if I've ever spoken to someone at a gas station.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. It only happens when you're like young and dumb, kind of thing. Like, not like, "Hey, what's octane?"
I was interviewed at a gas station once.
What?
They just walk.
Yeah.
up to you.
Yeah, by a news reporter. It was during COVID times. And they're like,
They
"Can
were
we
like,
get-"
"Where's your mask?"
Yeah, exactly. I was very much an anti-masker. Just kidding. No, but they were like, "What are your thoughts on the rising gas prices?" And I'm like, "Well, it doesn't matter what I think. I still have to pay for it, so who cares?" And I never actually saw myself on the news, but if I did, I would have been canceled.
Yeah, it should have been less controversial.
Station. And it was like, can I borrow some money? Can you get me down the road? It's
Yeah, same thing.
Those are the typical.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
I mean, it was a good interview.
All right, question number 4. Where did Megan go to college?
She strikes me as like either an SMU girl or like an OU girl. Maybe because of all the red.
Nope.
I'm gonna guess Texas State.
Nope.
Definitely.
Was it somewhere in Texas?
It has something to do with her ability to market.
TCU.
Dallas Institute of Art.
Market.
Oh.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
All right. How long has Damon been licensed?
25 years.
God, that would put me at 19 years old.
Well, he sold houses 30 years ago, or he sold new construction.
Not
23 years ago.
Good Lord. At the ripe old age of 14, I was selling houses.
I'm gonna stick with 25 years.
Now, I got licensed, I think, in 2008 because it was during the bust. Me and Mauricio had a lot of similar ideas at the time, but I just didn't launch something and take out newspaper articles. But I did think that the way to go was get out of new construction. Okay, Eddie, the question I'm going to ask you is, how many feet are in 1 acre?
No bad.
43,560
Nice.
square feet, right?
Yeah, square feet, sorry.
I'm glad we asked.
That's like the one thing you learn in real estate school. How many square feet are in an acre?
I haven't even thought about that.
How many acres in a section?
I don't know that answer.
A section.
Yeah.
640.
This is great.
Duh.
Yeah.
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 That's too easy. So before we wrap this up, I want to go around the circle. What are
Wrapping up. We're just changing to other people. We're filtering people in and out.
this episode?
Yeah. Is this an episode?
Yeah.
We
These are
do
mini
2-minute
episodes.
segment episodes, 15
Yeah.
minutes? Okay. All right, go ahead and repeat. Sorry.
So before we wrap this up, I want to go around the circle and hear what y'all's experience with your first year at the agency has been. Started with Eddie.
So it's been great. I come over and everything that was supposed to happen has happened. My business has grown. I've been given opportunities to grow.
One of the highest priced sales in Dallas by Eddie Wilbanks, 2023.
Yeah, I'm a little embarrassed by that one, but
It's so embarrassing to sell a $15 million house. Golly.
the opportunities given, phenomenal. And I feel like I'm going down the path that I've always wanted to go down in real estate
Yeah.
because of the nimbleness of the agency and
We are nimble.
what y'all have built here. I feel good about it.
I know it's you want my position soon, so
Not
yet. Not yet.
Position 30 miles east of here.
Yeah.
Put it up with you and Megan.
That's true. Yeah. It's in the works, man. Didn't you know?
Agency East
Yeah, it's done.
Texas.
David, we have to take a drink. The word was said.
Oh, it sure was.
Cheers.
Is the word Texas?
You'll never know.
Is it the agency?
Nope.
Nope.
Is it office?
Nope.
No.
I lost.
Yep. All right, Cameron, how was your first year at the agency then?
I mean, I couldn't agree with Eddie anymore.
Next.
I couldn't agree with Eddie anymore. I mean, it's been fantastic. Again, everything that Megan and Damon said it would be, it has been and more. I've also seen my business grow. What was it? What did I say? Megan?
You'll never know, man.
You sold off, started your
Again, Damon.
But I will
The
tell
word is Megan.
I will tell you one thing about Cameron before we part ways with this this episode here is Cameron came in here as a $6 million producer and he closed over $12 million in his first year with us.
Yeah. And I will say a lot of that is directly attributed with being here in the agency and with the agents in the office. I've done a few deals already in-house, and it's been awesome to be around such great and talented agents, and I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, super excited.
You've been amazing.
So happy. Thank you.
Gigi and her
Gigi.
team are on track for like this crazy 2024. I can just see it.
Yeah, I can feel it. Let's affirm it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was really excited about the agency for a long time. And then obviously when it moved to Dallas, I'm like, okay, this is my go. This is my chance. And since then, three new team members. I brought one along with me.
Great additions too.
And really good additions. I have the opportunity to work with my best friend. And also my husband just joined. So I'm,
23
like,
was
so
a big year for
excited.
you.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
husband's like one of those ones right now where you're kind of like, you know, he's probably going to be good to take care of this kid while I work.
I don't think he signed up for that. Yeah. He definitely didn't sign up for that.
He's like, I'm licensed too, you know.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not for
He's a
that.
great guy. I actually really like him.
He's such a pumpkin. But so we're excited. I mean, there's been lots of growth, and I think the biggest thing that I've noticed is that like I feel like my confidence, like in my professionalism, are finally like with a company that I really want to be with. So I'm like really excited and really proud to be here.
Oh, makes me want to cry.
And also, I mean, we have so many offices. There's like over 100 offices.
That's a lot.
I think that's probably one of the trivia questions that nobody could even answer outside of this brokerage. Like literally. I mean, there's so many.
There's over 100 now, right?
There's over 100.
I don't know if
Across
anyone
the
has a
United
solid answer. I feel like there's a new one opening every.
I know. It's always like
Yeah.
there's over 100.
But
Yeah.
they're all like
lot.
in really good locations.
Yeah.
Like,
Every good
And
major
it's still a
market.
small
Yeah.
family because each office, it's not like these offices have 400 agents there.
Yeah.
Too. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
you know, everybody knows everybody and everybody can help support everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Going to Forum, I think, was like just really eye opening to know that there's like there's like less than 3,000 of us total throughout so many offices. Like we have such great connections already just by being here. So I love that.
I love it. Thank you guys for joining us for celebrating the agency's 1-year birthday. Cheers to that.
Cheers. Jesus, Megan. God.
This has been The Red Mic, the weekly podcast where real estate meets reality. On this show, you'll get all the tools and hear from all the pros to set you up for successful real estate ventures. We hope you've enjoyed the show, and we hope you've gotten something from it. Make sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, you can find us at theagency.dallas, at Realtor Damon, and at Trey_Stewart. Catch you next time on The Red Mic.